Dean Simon, thank you very much for your time today. Great to be at your university.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do?
Well, about my background? Well, I'm wearing a few hats. One is, as you mentioned, a dean of a large school, School of Computing, Engineering and Mathematics.
Okay.
It can be labeled just a School of Innovation and Technology.
Right.
But the other hat that I wear is the head of a researcher. And in this sense, that's how I'm kind of related closely to Oracle, because my expertise is in the area of analytics, visual analytics, data mining, and data science.
Now, I understand you guys doing a lot around early childhood cancer. So what is early childhood cancer about? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's a phenomena. And I can talk from a perspective of a technology person. Unfortunately, still there is no clear knowledge about the reasons why that happens.
Okay.
Why that happens. 1 in 8 kids dies from...
1 in 8?
1 in 8, yes,
Okay.
12.5%.
Okay.
And about 16,000 parents every year get the news that a kid has a cancer.
Okay.
Between up to 4-year-old kid.
Okay.
And that's why we are so passionate about that.
Yeah.
And among that cancer, the acute lymphoblastic leukemia is the the most widely spread.
Okay.
It is about 20%, 1/5 of all cases, and then there are about
20%.
It's 20%,
Okay.
yes. And then there are about probably 9 or 10 other diseases, with the second one being at 11%, and the rest are much smaller.
So why visual analytics for early childhood cancer? Like, what's the relationship between the two?
The relationship between visual analytics and early childhood cancer is that there are, as I said, there is no clear knowledge for the reasons of why that happens, and that's why the more data sources, the more information you get and manage to integrate in the analysis and the decision making, the better. That means that we're looking not only in the clinical data, we are looking at the biological data, at some social data, some historical
It's a collection
data.
of all types of data
Of all types,
from all various
trying
sources.
to relate them to each individual person.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's where visual analytics comes, because you can sort of connect them, drill down, and then limit the space into which to examine those that data, and provide the context to the specific case. Well, there are two things. The funding goes for support of 2 PhD scholarships. Okay. And specifically, one of the scholarships is towards this cause. And it's much more. It goes much more beyond the usual, discoveries that PhD students do.
Yeah.
This is basically training the next generation of specialists, specialists that will be capable of deploying the new technologies for this purpose, and leading the investigation. The so-called computational biologists that have the knowledge from both sides, and in this sense, we also are looking towards using some of the tools of Oracle in this research, and the capability that Oracle has in that space.
So pretty much our Oracle's big data and analytics stack.
The Oracle big data analytics stack will sort of be very useful in this thing, and will save quite a bit of time of sort of doing things in-house, which these days is sort of with the rapid development we need to be fast in.
Dr. Min, thank you very much. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Papa.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you do at the university?
Great. I'm doing my research area is about visual analytics, how we analyze the data, how we visualize the data in an understandable, easy to see and to perceive by the people. So my research in big data, from visualize the data, we use different kind of technologies like HoloLens, VR, to manipulate it. We also visualize on the tablet platform or
Okay.
immersive environment, and its own kind of theoretical research. All thing can be applied to medical field. It can be
Okay.
applied to other disciplines in business and in logistics and in language as well.
So can you tell us, for somebody who has no idea what early childhood cancer is about, what is early childhood cancer?
Early childhood cancer is about the disease that happen to the children who actually not inherit probably the gene from the parent well, and they have a white blood cancers. Now we try to improve that rate to make it better.
Okay.
And we have to use a lot of technologies from the clinical side, from the data analysis side, because when we collect all the big data, from that analysis, we hope we find some of the a group or a combination of the genes that could potentially cause or potentially help to do a treatment.
Prevent the cancer.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. Now, why visual analytics and why big data? How is that helping with the research?
Right. For the big data, it's really important because all the data we collect from the patients, they're huge. Even we have a small number of the patients, but for every patient, they have a large number of genes.
Okay.
So roughly maybe more than 50,000 genes, for example.
Okay.
And how to understand, how to analyze all the genes is really a challenge. So
Okay.
we already provide all machine learning, data mining technologies
Okay.
to analyze this. But how we see the result, how we understand the data, and a lot of cases we can't just rely on data mining or machine learning to do the analysis.
Okay.
We realize we need a judgment from the human. We need to allow the analyst, allow the medical doctors to make the decisions on the
Okay.
go.
Oracle is funding this research, and we're very excited to be, part of this, great cause. I like to call it. How is Oracle funding, supporting this research?
Oracle is really generous in terms of the funding. With the funding, we will support 2 PhD scholarships. One already carry out where we try to analyze the data in a joint collaboration with the Big Data Big Impact grant that we already have, and it will move forward to the next step. The second one where we support the second PhD student to look at different platforms for analyze the data, especially when we look at using VR and AR to allow the medical doctors, allow the analysts to see the data in different angles, in different way, and hopefully it provides the new mediums for them to see the data or to see the information differently.
Now, I spoke earlier with Dean Samoff. He also mentioned that this research is actually not just about the university or Sydney or even Australia. It will impact at a global scale. Is that correct?
It is a big impact. We have a team joining in many organizations from Western Sydney, from UTS, from West Midland Hospital, from Canada. So the team joined the expertise from different fields, and we are among the first team that build up the whole system, a complete system, using big data technologies, integrate with the knowledge from the health domain expert, and with the software, with the tool that we built, we hope it will be beneficial to the communities. So the impact, we believe, will be much bigger than just from Western Sydney or from Australia.